Welcome to my morning YouTube channel. I am Kendall Gomez, and welcome to my morning live with the morning horoscopes and the trending topics. I'm usually on Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Forgive me, I don't have my mic. Um, I'm just still sorting things out. As you see, it's getting a little better. I got to get new patio furniture, so we're working on that. I am working on that. And you guys got me, Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I thought that Grand Rising, I, Chrissy Jones, I thought that today, yesterday was Monday. It was just been, but it has been really good. I've been just, here, making it happen, doing what I need to do, regardless of what it looks like. I keep going, and you have to keep going. You have to keep going no matter what it looks like, because what it looks like and the outcome, they say I'm responsible for the effort, not the outcome. And that's deep, right? So I'm gonna if Chrissy, if you don't mind sharing my live, I would appreciate that. Let me see something. I'm about to get to the get in, and here we go. Let me get to these morning horoscopes. I'm gonna wait until about 8:25. And then we'll go over to the morning horoscopes. We'll start because I want to start promptly, and I started implementing my things on. I'm an industry type of girl, and what was so crazy was that I was able to talk to one of my best friends from childhood. Oh God. So yeah. But at the end of the day, I was able to look at some things, and we got it. And we got it. Um, she's all the way, you know, in another country. Um, wow. And this is like we were best friends forever. And it's kind of like we reunited yesterday, and I'm very grateful. Yeah, but at any rate, guys, Graham, right? Everybody? Nobody's doing anything. You know, I, I wanted to, kind of cook out and grill today, but plans weren't like that. So, Grand Rising, Austin says, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Yes. So, um, I'm really getting straightened out here. It's about getting straightened out and not doing anything else sometimes. Like, okay, I've done all this work yesterday. Let me cool out today. And that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm reaping the benefits of of my hard labor. If we should say. And I don't have my microphone. Maybe I should go. I don't even know where I put my microphone. So yeah. So anyway, guys, we got about 10 more minutes, right? I wanted to see. And for any questions, it's $5 a question on my Cash App, and I'll answer it. My Cash App is K Million Trillion. If it's not about my topic and you ask me a question that's off my topic, it's $5 per question. Because I'm doing the morning horoscopes, we're doing the trending topics. So if it has nothing to do with that, it's a $5 Cash App. A donation. Listen, fair exchange, no robbery. Ask a dumb question, I can do a dumb answer. Ask a smart question, I can do a smart answer. Anyone, you know, just that's $5 for a question per question if it's not pertaining to what I'm talking about, right? Oh my God, there is so many good things that has happened. Uh we're alive today, right? But there's some things that I got some tea. I got so much tea. When I tell you I got tea upon tea upon tea. When I tell you I have a lot of tea, I have a lot of tea, and I was not able to retrieve the tea that I had. I had some technical difficulties because I love having my receipts when it comes to certain things. But I do know um I let go of certain content. I let go of certain behaviors. I'm letting go of anything that might put me in a different space. So I am I have some work to do, right? And we mapped that work um out last night, and because she knows me, right? And so it got to a point where I was like, and I just ended up getting some self-work. So I know my self-worth. So I don't let people play in my face because I know my worth, right? I know all of my worth. So, but anyway, guys, yes, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. And I don't even listen to these dumb comments because it gotta be somebody, and I hate to say this, somebody, you know, that's just miserable. I just, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I hate miserable people. I don't want to be, and I started being miserable, and I had to take a look at that. Um, I can't stand a miserable person that they come up on my stuff and they just, yeah, I hate miserable people. I just hate miserable people. And, a lot of you trolls, sometimes I could take you, sometimes I can't. You'll say the dumbest stuff. I am good today in yourself. I am wonderful today. Yes, I am in a good space today. And if I look like Michael Jackson, I saw that. I no, I look like my mom. My mom looked good. Y'all better get it together. I don't know what type of retarded pills y'all took over the weekend, but y'all need to motherfucking get it together. And when y'all come on people's live and just fucking get it together. Cause you're not welcome here. And I wish you nothing but the best, but just not here, right? Go be great or a piece of shit or whatever you're gonna do, but not here, right? Um, I have to take, you know, control over my life again without being so angry. I'm not angry. I'm just firm, and I'm standing firm in anything that I am working on and that I am believing. And that's what you should do. A lot of these people aren't doing that. W- well, I know President Trump is standing firm on those swollen biscuits of the ankles that he got. He's standing firm on tearing his country apart, but we're not going to get too much and too deep into that. Now, there was something here before I get into the horoscopes. I'm going to give you a bit of tea and then we're going to get into the tea after that. But, girl, it is so much going on. Should I go get my MacBook? Let's go get my MacBook. I'll be right back, guys. I you. Oh. Yeah, I have to go get my MacBook. Oh, Hi, Grace Johnson. Hello, Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Yeah, we're going to get into it. We're really going to get into it this morning. Yes, and could you guys do me a favor as each individuals, can you share my live so we can get more subscribers? I'm working on getting to all my, excuse my appearance. Let me break out with the 1, 2, 1, 2. Grand Rising, yes. Oh, I said, let me go get this because I was so focused this morning. I was very honest. I just came on without the mic, I just wanted to get. I am wonderful today. I'm in a good space. Um, I'm here to bring you the morning. I'm just as good as I need to be. I did some homework that I guess my best friend she gave to me all the way from Bermuda. Like, yeah, industry stuff, right? Because we used to be industry, when we grew up together in Westchester. So it was kind of nice. We spoke for like 5 hours because me and her used to go on long drives after working, long hours in the industry. And it was like she would come to my house and she'd be there for days. We would have so much fun. And, once we had our breaks, and it seemed like when she was finished the gig, I'd be finished the gig and we would meet up, especially when it came to the hair situation. Oh, and guys, let me give you a hair tip before we start the morning horoscopes. The biggest hair tip that you need right now, since it's summer and it's hot, less heat on the hair, more hair care, less wigs on your head. If you're trying to grow your own natural hair out, let's make wearing our own hair, which I usually do, and I do apologize. I worked out this morning, so and I didn't want to divulge that information either. But yeah, that's what I went to do. I did my little, and let's make wearing our own hair normal, unless you're dealing with alopecia. I do hair replacement, and even before you get a unit, it's steps that you go through before we know you're a candidate for, a hair replacement. Yeah, so that's another service that I also do, and they're customized. I make customized pieces. Um, Certain people call them toppers, certain people call them units. Um, I I just call it a system because it is a system, but make sure you're taking care of your body before we put anything on your wig. Trim your hair, don't glue. No, so you can have your edges. See, I'm 58 and I still have my edges. I see a lot of these young girls, they ain't walking around with no edges. And why ain't they walking around no edges? Because they done been to the Chinese man. And they get these good wigs and they still have hair. Yes. So anyway, guys, and yeah, because these lace systems are really made for people that are bald and balding, that are thinning and losing their hair. Yes, it's in theater, and they're not made to be put on more than 1 day because they eat at the skin. So can you imagine if it touches their skin? And then, yeah, I've seen a lot more with the polyurethane because, when they don't use the got to and all that. That's kind of the ghetto route. But using the real systems, they use something called polyurethane or double-sided tape adhesive, or they may use the tape adhesive that's the small ones. There's like 4 or 5 different methods of laying these wigs down. So just do your homework. Now, without any further ado, and you're welcome, um, and I was saying that just so we want healthy hair. That's the end goal. Healthy hair. Health is wealth, right? That's why I went walking this morning. That's why I'm gonna mind my business so I can have some business to mind, right? So look, guys. Um, my Cash App is K Million Trillion. I will answer any questions. If anyone has any questions outside of what I'm doing, I'm about to start the morning horoscope. It's K Mill, and it's in the description. So make sure if you have a question, load that Cash App up until we are able to get to my 500 subscribers so we can start doing super chats. Anyway, guys, so without any further ado, let's start these morning horoscopes because I will be here. I love to talk. Can you hear me now? You can hear me now? My oh, it died. Okay. Yes. Because I just feel like before I start these morning horoscopes, if you see me talking about one thing and you have a just a way out of the way question, I'm not going to answer your questions. I'm not, yeah, unless you put $5 in my Cash App. It's fair, right? Why am I answering something that has nothing to do with my content? So if I have to go out my way, why can't you go in your way and put $5 in my Cash App for a dumb question? We're not even talking about that stuff. It's not important. And I'm dead ass serious. I- it is what it is. You know, but without any further ado, we're gonna start these morning horoscopes. I don't have any lessons for any grown adults. I just have tasks. No more lessons. We don't have to explain anything. Either you are or you aren't. Now let's go on to the morning horoscopes. Oh, today is May 25th, 2026 in Grand Rising. I we got the morning horoscopes here. I didn't plug in my yeah, I've been because I've really been consumed. But I'm still here. Thank God my phone was plugged in all night. Okay, so without any further ado, we have Cancer and Grand Rising. Victory is finally here, Cancer. You're at the tail end of the very confusing, chaotic phase. And my best friend from childhood came right back. And we did not miss a beat. It was like she never left, right? Because we know each other, right? But Cancer. And while that felt never ending, and it did for the ones that were following me when I left Brooklyn, it did. And it's not. There is no need to put your requirements, goals, and dreams on hold anymore. Start planning to begin executing. The next 6 months hold. hold a very different story for you. They set the tone for a lifetime to come. Do it in a fun way, but do it right. Lay your foundation. Yes, and make sure you're following me, guys. Good news is here. It's time to create a good life now. And I'm going to tell you, these horoscopes are spot on. So keep coming and more will be revealed. Okay, so we're going to go to Aries and Grand Rising Aries. Grand Rising. All right, so Aries, your cosmic tip. Things will improve for sure pretty soon. And I hope you had a good weekend. All right, for Taurus, it's all signs go for you this week. So it looks like everybody's moving forward. There's a release in the energy field that's moving people forward. Gemini, working together always brings better and more profound solutions. Because when you work against something, it's just like so out the way. You got to use more muscle movement. But when you're working together, you're working in sync. I'd rather work in sync. I don't like working against people, but it seems like people like to work against me. So I leave motherfuckers alone. That's what I'm saying. Um, Leo, listen when your body says no. Because sometimes we'll push ourselves to a point where you got to stop. You got to say, all right, this is a point. This is enough. No more bullshit. Because I've been cursing too much. I don't want to curse too much. YouTube don't mind, but, yeah, I got to get better with my curse words and use other words, right? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, YouTube. All right, and this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm getting better though. I am getting better. I have to get better. Virgo. This part of life is called balance. Say yes to it. All right. And now we have Libra. Where are you at today, Libra? Let your heart guide the way, not your ego. Scorpio, it may be time to reconsider a decision because sometimes, pardon me, because sometimes we have to reconsider on how we're moving, how we're acting, how we're flowing, who we're dealing with, where we're going, why we going. You better understand your journey, baby. And only you can understand your journey. So, Sagittarius, meditation and a tempered pace of life are needed right now. It's silk, my husband. I have maybe like 200 different types of silk wraps. I had Louis Vuitton. I had all kinds. Yeah. But anyway, we're not going to get into that, but thank you. All right. So again, Sagittarius, this is what you need. Meditation and a tempered pace of life are needed right now because you'll push. Sagittarius is a push to the bitter end, and you can't push. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I am Kendall Gomez. I'm working on getting to my 500 followers. We're almost there. I think like 220. I need 220 more followers to get to 500. So we can start our super chats. We can do some other things. We can do exclusives, exclusive interviews, and things of that nature. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Okay. So Cap, and thank you. And thank you. All right, Capricorn. Begin your day with the right intentions. A slow and silent cup of tea or something, right? While you're doing this, and some good sunshine. And then you'll be right on track. So take it easy. You're reaping the benefits of everything all the hard work that you've done. So sip on your latte or whatever you're sipping on and Enjoy the sun. And Grand Rising. All right, Aquarius. Let go of burdens so that you can embrace opportunities. Yeah, because you hold on to negative, you're gonna get nothing but negative. And I'm learning that. Like, and sometimes it's just one thing that you have to do, right? So let go of the negative. So because we hold on, right? As we hold on, and God is trying to give us something, or someone's trying to give us something, and we're still holding on to that, and we can't receive whatever. And then, yeah, so when it's open, yeah, your hands are open, you letting go of old things and or whatever the case. Because I'm going through that right now. I have to stop a lot. I had to get off the me and her did some homework. Yes, because it's really important to shake off that negative energy as we keep going. Yes, we shake off that negative energy. We shake off those negative feelings. We shake off people that don't mean us no well. We shake off people that do stuff to us. And usually I'm the person that makes all the choices. I have to take the personal responsibility. Ain't other people. It's what I allow and what I allow myself to do. Oh, listen. When somebody know you and they can take you back and say, "Do you remember who you are?" I remember who I am. I am Kendall Gomez, and that's my name. That's my married name, but I am Kendall Hill, and that's my maiden name. Kendall Hill. Yes, I am still married. And yeah, so it's Gomez. But anyway, guys, and we got the best for last. Last Pisces. Be a team player. Look at the entire picture before you take action because sometimes we could take action on things without knowing the whole story. So make sure you take action to everything, but learn the full story first before you take full action. I That's how it goes. And Grand Rising, everybody. Make sure you guys are following me. I am more than halfway. Hello, Jillian. Hello. I am getting closer to my 500 subscribers. I think I'm at 280. If I can get to 500, this will be a landmark. This will be something great because then we can take my channel to the next level. That's all I'm waiting for. So, okay, so let's go here. Let's get to some tea, guys. I ain't get to no tea in a while. I haven't had any good tea in a while. I've had tea. I just, and I'm gonna just say this, me being 100% service connected veteran, right? Even being here in the South, they say it's bad everywhere. The prejudice, the hate is everywhere. And it's amongst, our people, Caucasian people, Spanish people, Jewish people. So much hate. Friends, just not really friend. It's just like, I seen a daughter fighting her mother in the street. Times have really changed, guys. What is going on? I watched a video the other day of this young lady fighting her mother. The mother was beating the brakes off because I would have I probably would just had to be, you know. Ha! But anyway, you know the rest. I'll put you on this earth. I'll take you out. That's what mom used to say. I think my father told me that one time too. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, that's wild. That is really wild that that they were fighting. And then her friends were like, "Yeah, get," and I would've, let me tell you something, I would've went and got my friends or my sisters, and I would that they would've been, I'd bring the belts, and we would've just been whipping on them. Because how you gonna tell your, friend to fight their mother? Where is this world gone to? It's really the parents' fault, 'cause she should have been done, put a stop to that a long time ago, but when you let things go for so long, sometimes you just have to let go and walk away, and that's what, she should have put her out a long time because she's fast. She's too fast. You can't put your hands on your mom, so that was really ugly. I saw that video the other day, but yeah, ah, what are you gonna do? I am on Google search. Let's see what's going on with Wendy. Wendy! I'm trying to see what's going on with Wendell Williams. I miss her so much. I mean, I did tell you about Snooki made, she said Wendy Williams um made her drink during a show just to see if she was pregnant. That's why I was like, Wendy did do a lot of stuff. Me and my best friend was talking about that last night. She did so much stuff. I think they just want her to sit down because she knows a lot. Can you imagine if she knew all that? Do you know what she knows about the Epstein stuff? I think they did that just as a legend to shut her up. And I'm dead ass serious. They, and this for entertainment and educational purposes only, guys, but I think they did that to shut her ass up. And yeah, because she knew a lot. Wendy Williams knew more than what she put on. I'm just saying. And she was spilling tea. She was spilling a lot of tea now. So yeah, and we had that conversation, like, just, you know, it's unfortunate with this Epstein thing, and it's, and the puppy thing and the kid, just, and that, ba, 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 and it all seems to go hand in hand. But we ain't, we don't know. We don't know. We really don't know. And that's why I feel bad for Wendy Williams, because Wendy Williams actually, she's a Cancer like myself, right? We're both Cancers. I'm 58. We're up in age. So I'm just trying to figure this out. I'm like, well, she has her own money. They're making her pay for a hospital bill. Her own. She's paying her. They keep. Can you imagine having millions of dollars, but you can't really do what you want to do because you are being held in a facility and you are only able to do things with permission. And this is what it's come down to for Wendy. And Wendy has accepted it. Read an article on that the other week, and they were saying she's accepting. She's finally accepting. And and it's funny because as you get older, you kind of get to accept some of the things that we put ourselves in, um and take personal responsibility. I'm there. I am so there because I'm ready to, move on. I'm ready to do things. I'm ready to really travel out and all that stuff. So yeah, I had to be reminded of who I was and who I am and who I am becoming, which I have to remind myself, right? Um, and so don't allow people and their lower judgments. It's not better judgments. Sometimes it's better to just, you know, um, pick a plan, have an itinerary for the week, and all that good stuff. And I'm kind of glad everything is getting settled so I can get back to me. I love getting to me. I love getting with me, right? And I think that's why I share some of my, good content, with the morning horoscopes. I might throw in some hair care routines, but yeah, it's about putting positive stuff out there. I'm tired of doing, the complaining and what somebody's not doing. So, oh, that's why. Let me sign it. That's why I'm not where I would like to be. Now, what is going on here? Why isn't I verified it's me? We know it's me. Signing into my Gmail. Okay, guys, let's go back. Let's go all the way back. Okay. Hmm? Okay. So let's get here. Give me 1 second, guys. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Why isn't this working? Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Let's get to the. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Let's see what's going on with Sherlock Holmes. Okay. So now, because the royal family has been caught up in this, the Diddy Dockets debacle. And rumors are saying that Sarah Ferguson and Sherlock Holmes had a secret affair. And so it is something because they're like, they're all gasping. The hell, Sean Combs didn't do this. Ooh, I said this last night. Stevie J, Stevie, Stevie and Jocelyn. Well, Stevie J says, I didn't see him at the courts either. I didn't see Stevie J there. Stevie says he cut off friends who didn't support Diddy during trial. There wasn't a lot. I never seen. Maybe he might have been there. I didn't see him. Yes, happy Memorial Day to you too. Yes. I didn't see a lot of the only celebrity I seen roll up in there was Kanye West, and they put him out the courts. They were like, because it was a bad look. It was a really bad look for Kanye to be there because we know how, openly I'm kind of remind myself of Kanye West. And we were talking about that last night too. Sometimes it's good just to keep the truth to yourself and tell a lie. Because the truth hurts people. Just to tell a lie. Don't tell them the truth. I hate to tell you guys that, but when you tell somebody the truth, just lie to them. Because and I'm dead ass serious because people will become offended. So lie with them. Let them live a lie. But I don't care. I'm at a point now that the only most important thing to me is me right now. It ain't anything else, anybody else, nothing else is me. I'm putting on my mask. Yeah, the truth hurts. So I realized I said, I have to put on my mask and save myself first. That's where I'm at. I'm tired of chasing people. I'm tired of trying to, to complain. I'm tired. You get tired of those things. And I was so glad that Joy and I spoke last night because I was able to look at some stuff because she knows me. Like I said, again, she knows me. And I was really happy to have a wonderful conversation with her and be reminded of who I've become and the better person that I've become, regardless of mistakes and things, blah, blah, blah. We all get there. But anyway, enough of that. Oh God, it is so much going on. Why is this happening? I'm trying to see why is this doing this? Is this something new that they're doing? Okay. I'm like, what are they doing? Okay, so now we had the Hunter virus, girl. Now they're saying this is 55 minutes ago. Now, for all you world travelers that are wanting to travel, I want to travel, but be in my car and mind my business and not be around people. I want to go to the water. I want to do stuff that's meaningful for me, right? But that's one thing I'm going to do. But Ebola and hantavirus outbreaks prompt raft of conspiracy theories. But the WHO says the hantavirus is a stable situation now. 55 minutes ago. So I don't know what's going on. Are they playing with this? Are they like I'm really confused when it comes to uh, so what they say is not new. And they say the ever-growing influence of social media and Al slot means that such ideas spread further and faster than ever. So I guess the WHO is saying, but it's just to watch. The WHO can say whatever they want to say. I'm still going to watch. Give it a week just to see if it's really the numbers are going down and how people are traveling. Are they traveling normal? Are they wearing masks? I couldn't tell you. Oh, yes. Thank you. Um, and make sure you're following me. I'm working on getting to my 500 followers, guys. I need my 500 followers. All right. Where am I at? I was, thinking about this dating life and everything, and that's out the window because all they, all they want, all they want is to. I'm not with all that. I want to know your mind, your energy, and everything else. And I don't have company in my home. My home is my sanctuary. That has to be a very special person. And my family is only coming into my home. And that's it. I don't have company in my home. Even when I was in Brooklyn, I didn't have company in my home. I'm not doing that then, and I'm not doing it now. But anyway, um, yeah, yeah. I'm not, if you to ask me a question and it's not pertaining to what I'm talking about, my Cash App is K million trillion. It's K million trillion. Hmm. K million trillion. And that's just the disrespectful world. I expect that. I don't only get it. Cherry the Boom gets it. T.S. Madison gets it. You know, whatever, transgender. Because, sometimes my friends will they were saying this, they say it about T.S. Madison and everybody else. So what would make you think they're not going to say it about me? We just got to keep it moving. I'm no longer staying stuck on things that are not serving my greatest and highest good. I can't stay stuck on it. Uh-uh. It's not for me. And I really came to that conclusion. If it's not serving my greatest and highest good, let it go. Some of this shit makes me laugh. They come on here and try to be so hurtful. I don't know why. Maybe their mamas hurt them. Their mamas or daddies hurt them real bad. I be wondering, is that it? Did anybody ever love some of your trolls that come on here? Are you loved? Are you busy? Do you have a job? Did you wash your tail? Did you clean your house? Did you wash your clothes? Did you wash the doo-doo stain out of your underwear? Did you go put the teeth in your mama's mouth that she's been missing because it had a gold tooth and you pawned it off and you helping her to look for it? You better leave me alone. Yeah, there's a lot of lonely people out there, Guru. And some of these people are people I know that don't like me, and I don't care. Some of these people talk to me, all the time, and they just want to troll. Trolls are trolls, and I don't care. I don't care. I am loved. I am so loved. I promise you. I am in such a good space. You can't take that away. You have to, let me tell you something. One thing that I've learned is that you have to put yourself in a space where nobody can take your joy. I'm learning this. Where no one can interrupt your happiness. And if they do, draw the line. I had to start drawing the line. I had to start, and this is like I'm doing my work on myself again. I'm so happy because I love working on myself. I love doing things. I have to. I have to have these things in order to have a better quality of life. And that's all it's about, having a better quality of life. I just know that I'm in such a different space and I'm so grateful. I am so grateful. Let me see what's going on here. And think they be trying to hurt me when they say that's a dude. Yeah, I was born a man. You can't hurt me. I mean, shit. That doesn't hurt me. What hurts me more is that you didn't put $5 in my Cash App because you're a broke bitch, a broke nothing ass bitch. And that's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Because only a broke down bitch will come on somebody else's channel and say, the meanest things. A broke down bitch. I'm just saying. I don't troll anybody. I don't take the time to go in their lives and try to hurt them because I'm not a raggedy bitch. Only a raggedy bitch would do that. So if you see somebody come in and they say something crazy, it's a raggedy bitch. So RB, that's going to be their name. I'm going to say, oh, RB is here. You'll know it's a raggedy bitch. Now, as we continue, I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in the South now. Yeah. So what is going on? What tea is going? Because I'm trying to see the tea. Really trying to see the tea. Let's go on page 6 because page 6 usually has very good receipts. Page 6 people, those are the places that have all the receipts. Oh, did y'all see the Olsen twins and the Louis Vuitton? The Olsen twins. Y'all remember the Olsen twins? I think it was on Full House. They were on Full House, the two little twins. Well, girl, y'all, if you Google the Olsen twins right now, I look younger than the Olsen twins. I look way younger than the Olsen. And then they got these mullets and that whoever did them, and that's just like Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner. I am 58. I'll be 59 in like a month and a half. Um, and my Cash App is K million trillion. Because for any question, I'm only answering because I said, and I wanted to, so because you might have missed it. But yeah, any question outside of what I'm talking about, $5 Cash App, K million trillion is in my description. But and no disrespect to anybody, but I want to stick to the course. In the beginning, you could do that when you come on, because sometimes I come on early, so we could do all that. But anyway, they keep putting these things out. Like Kylie, what was his not Kylie Jenner, what is his name? I don't know. Caitlyn? Caitlyn Jenner? Is that Caitlyn? anyway. Because it's me that supports Donald Trump. I mean, I'm not mad at you, but I just can't give you any good words because of the way this world is going. It is your choice, but you have to lay with that, right? And she made that choice, right? Because I want to be politically correct. And I just feel like this world is really messed up right now where everything is going. That's why I had to get here. I had to get here to this place, not act where I'm at, mentally and spiritually. I had to get here. I have to I had to just start discerning. And as I am discerning, I am seeing God is showing me so much for me to be able to make, steps moving forward in the right direction. So I'm grateful for that. Oh, and I found my remote because I had the remote upstairs, but I needed the remote down here. And I could find it. Because when you're unpacking and everything, you it's stuff all over the place. But yeah. But I back to what I was saying. I listen, eh, everybody goes for it. They be like, oh yeah, Louis Vuitton, this and that. They don't want us. Those people don't want us to buy anything. Right? I shouldn't care about the feelings of being politically correct. Right. Because I don't know where that came from. I don't know what in the world would make someone support someone who tears things down. You want me to say that again? I don't know how anybody supports anybody that tears something down unless you're just a miserable motherfucker. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And it's for entertainment, educational purposes only. But it's really bad. It's gotten so bad. Even my neighbor, he's like, because I mentioned something that I shouldn't have mentioned to him, but Black women or Black people, we need more education because more Black women were being educated than the Black men, and they were out here in the workforce with all these degrees. Because all the women on my mom's side, including my mom got a master's degree, my cousin, her mother, my grandmother. We can go on and degrees, right? And Trump said, too many of these women are making it. My cousin is Stancia. She got her degree. She's in Riley. People got my cousin Carlton. He's a guy, but he's got his degree. Everybody got their degree. I said, me, I had my cosmetology license, and I've had it for 35 years. But we all have some sort of education. Very educated people, and I love to read. That's one thing that a lot of people don't know about me. I love to read. And I had to make a list out last night. Thank you, Joy, of the stuff that I love to do to keep me out of harm's way. Um, it's some work on myself, right? But I love to read. And they say if you want to hide something from a Black person, put it in a book. So my thing is, it's so funny because I know in some countries they don't do degrees, they do hands-on. They don't have college. They have actual hands-on in some countries. But I gotta take a deep dive into that. That's something I heard. I don't know how true that is. I don't know if I'm gonna take a deep dive into that, but this is alleged, and this is something I heard, so I don't know how true it is. So I'm gonna say allegedly. Let's go back over here. Yeah, but those Olsen twins, girl, they look what they got. They just look, they're not carrying the look. I'm gonna just say that. Y'all can Google it right now. But they are not carrying the look for Louis Vuitton. And I'm so serious. They are not carrying the look that we wanted or we like to see. Fashionable, you know. They look very, it's not it. No, it's good to read a book. I don't know who told you that, Larry Mitchell. Huh, you better read. My father, one thing my dad taught me, who was a very successful businessman, when somebody tells you something, go and read it. Go and do the research for yourself. Don't be lazy. Stop asking so many questions because everybody doesn't get things right. So if they don't get it right, you can say, oh, but over here, it said, and this is, and what does that mean? And if they don't know, you can teach that person if they're receiving to open, I mean, your findings, or you might not understand something, and you can go and ask that person that's teaching, what does that mean? Because you said that with it, and they maybe can show you. But reading is very important. My dad taught me that. Getting good information is all in the books. There was a point that I used to sleep with the when I used to study for tests, and after I finished studying all night, I would take all that paperwork and put it under my pillow. Yeah, because why go by the word of mouth? That's really ignorant. I don't know who taught you, but I know my dad taught me. I wouldn't let you reteach me, not at the age of 58, when I know it's all in the books. That's where all the knowledge is at. What, you know what? I was going to ask a question to you. Uh, find out who taught you. Yeah, because you have to have that type of, you know, direction. It's better to read. But anyway, guys, yes, Quincy Jones, it is better to read. By word, because word of mouth, people, it's like telephone. You ever play that game, telephone? And you'll be quiet. Like in camp, we used to do telephone, and you used to tell one person one thing, and you tell the other person so, and by the time it get back all the way to the end, what they said was totally different. Read. Reading is very important. Don't listen to that person who said, "Oh, it's better to do that than read." That sound like somebody from the country. The dirt roads. I know I'm not. Yeah, I'm reading. But hopefully you get to pick up some books because it's important. I'm never going to tell anyone not to pick up a good book and read it unless they have, some challenges. Then I get it. But besides that, pick yourself up a book and, read it, all that. And that's what my life, my direction is going because I'm able to, I love all of this, right? I'm setting up myself where I got to get me a nice, like, not a bean bag. I don't want that, but I want something like big and fluffy that I could just into my own personal, space. That's why I said I can't have company in my house. I just can't. It got to be the right company. One thing my mom told me, it's not the people, it's the right people. And I knew that from working in the industry. It's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's very important to have the right people um around you. Sometimes it's better to be around yourself and be your own best friend so you can be friends with other people. Wear that mask, put on that mask first. Okay. Well, we cleared that up. I didn't misunderstand. I just know what my dad told me. I've never misunderstood anything, my friend. I just explained to you what my dad told me. And I quickly always refer to that when someone says it's, I mean, my dad was a tri-state He owned a tri-state commercial roofing business. So of course, if you're gonna do blue collar work, right? Because white collar work, you need education. You need to read. Blue collar work, you need to read too. Even though that it's hands-on, you have to pick up something and read and know what you're doing because even if you do apprentice, they're gonna give you some stuff to read. Even if you're doing apprentice work. I promise you, you're gonna have to take notes, you're gonna have to read. Anything that you put work into, it's gonna be hard. That you have to put work into. You may even enjoy the hard work. But what I mean, you're always going to pick up a book. You're always going to refer. It's good when someone tells you something, and never forget this. And this is to my younger viewers because I've been, even when I explain something to people about hair, I want them to go do their own research, do your own findings, right? Because it's important. So, Larry Mitchell, don't get upset. Yes, misunderstandings happen, but it wasn't intentional. I just don't want that to reach the wrong, child, the wrong, well, for entertainment and educational purposes only. I don't want it to reach the wrong young person. We have a younger generation that comes on to the social media. So I would never tell people and from the younger generation, not it's better to, but in some countries, they do apprentice instead of degrees. Yes. It's like we have trade schools, cosmetology, you know, and that is not easy. People go to get their cosmetology license and they fail horribly over and over again because they're not passing the test. So that's not even easy. And it's not cheap either. I know when I went to beauty school, it was $11,000 and that was in 1989. Imagine I've been doing hair for that long. Don't tell nobody. Anyway, guys, I'm about to come off. And I think everybody, I even think, my RBs. Guys, y'all remember what RB means, right? I even thank you to my RBs that came up here and tried my time because you failed. That's why they are not here. And I hope you keep failing until you get it right. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, and I have appeared. So good morning. Let's not play, okay? And have a very, very good day. And I'm gonna see you on my next video.